everybody, my name's Sarah Mentel. I'm the bariatric coordinator here at Community Bariatric and Medical Weight Loss. With me I have Marjorie Klein, our licensed clinical social worker.
Hey everybody!
Hi, we are here to talk to you a little bit today about getting you started in your emotional eating groups. So as you are all well aware, there are different restrictions in the hospital and we are not doing in-person groups at this time. However, we want to make sure that we can support you and get you what you need and also keep you going on your surgical weight loss path. So you have been scheduled for a class to begin emotional eating. So because we're not able to do classes at this point, we have a different plan for you to keep you going. So I'm going to let Marjorie talk for a minute about kind of what our plan is going to be.
Thank you. And I guess first I want to say we all know that obesity is complicated. It isn't just how you're eating or how you're moving. There's health conditions involved with coping with obesity. There's heredity, but we do know that life and also emotion is also a piece that deals with coping with obesity, and that's my wheelhouse, so that's the part I deal specifically with. When I do group, there's a book that I usually use, and I think that the best thing for now for you to get the information that you need is to do what we're calling home study. And the home study is going to be to get this book and to read the book. It is called, here, Sarah's my assistant. It is called Life is Hard, Food is Easy by Linda Spangle. S-P-A-N-G-L-E. She is a nurse and a therapist, and I really like her concepts. They're very similar to the concepts that I use and I'm teaching in group. It is a little different than a group experience, but I do think if you get this, you read it, you are going to get the information to be helpful for you in your journey. I also like that it's divided up in 5 steps, which is we do 5 groups. So I think if you're reading these in terms of each, like class 1, let's read that first step. Class 2, let's read the second step. I think that makes some sense. I do not know when we will be getting together again, but at this point, to me, this makes the most sense as a beginning is to get this book, read it. The other thing that is going to be extremely helpful for you is to continue with your food log and your journal. I think that the journal is a really good way for you to start making those connections between how does my life and feelings I have during the day impact my behavior. Eating behavior is just one behavior. A lot of people start with the food log documenting their food, but you do need to start thinking about how do I bring in the emotional piece. So that is my best guess on what makes the most sense to begin with. People that have read this book have said to me, you need to make people read this book, and I cannot make people read this book. It is a really good resource, so this I think will be an added benefit to the journey that you're doing.
I just looked the book up and you can purchase it on Amazon for $11.
Yes, and I think that they have it used as well for like $6. So it's a little paperback book. So I am encouraging you. That's what we'll do. What I think what I'm going to do then is maybe this will probably do class 1 and class 2. So the next 2 classes, class 1 and class 2. I would say if you can, at least get halfway through it, but step 1 and step 2 at least. It makes the most sense for class 1 and class 2, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do. My plan is then maybe to call you in a couple weeks and see where you are, what questions you have. Just reach out that way because I'd be seeing you every couple weeks anyway. So I think right now with everything being done by telephone, that makes the most sense.
Yep, so buy the book. The first 2 classes are canceled, okay? And Marjorie will check in with you. We'll be in touch as we open up and restrictions are lifted, but at this point, plan on most everything being telephone visits until you hear otherwise. So read the book. We'll call you in a couple weeks. As always, email if you have any questions.
Absolutely, and you can contact me here at the office too as well. And it looks like step 3, it takes you all the way into page 139. So it's about half the book.
Yeah. We have lots of time to read now though, so
I know.
we're good.
Enjoy.
So,
do some self-care.
Right. Great, thanks guys.